Good afternoon, one and all. This is Shruti Simhadri. Today I am going to discuss about forms concept in HTML. In HTML, forms are used to collect different kinds of user input. For example, forms are required when you want to collect some data like name, email address, contact number of a particular person from the site visitors who visit your site. A form is an area that can contain form elements. Form elements are like text fields, text area fields, drop down menus, radio buttons, checkboxes, etc., which are used to take information from the user. In HTML, a form is defined with a form tag. The form element can contain one or more of the following form elements like input, text area, button, select, option, field set, label. These are some of the form element tags. Okay, so the most used form tag is the input tag. The input tag specifies an input field where the user can input or enter data. The type of input is specified with the type attribute. We are having the following types like text, checkbox, radio, button, reset, submit, and password are the attribute values for an attribute called type. Okay, so let us look into the example now how we can create a form in HTML. Okay, so for that we are going to have a tag called font. Okay, so after using font tag here, you make sure of using input tags to specify the user inputs, or this input tag specifies an input field where the user can input or enter data. Okay, so let us consider this example for a login page. For preparing a login form, what tags we are going to use here? Okay, so firstly I'm using a text here called email id, which is going to be entered by the authorized person to this website. Okay, so here I'm going to use a tag called form. This form tag is going to create a form now. Okay, so after writing email id here, I'm including a tag called input. Okay, so the email id should be in the form of text. Okay, so that's why I'm considering input type as text here. Okay, so whenever you are entering all the elements in the form, you are going to close form tag because it is a paid tag. Okay, so let us run this program now. Check what will happen. Okay, so here I was written a text after form, that is email id, and here I am using a type called text. Okay, so to enter text after email id, I'm using a text box here. You can type any text in this area. Okay, Okay, so and the next field, next element which I am going to include in this form is password. Okay, so to represent next field in the next line, I am going to use a tag called br. This br tag is used for line breaks. Okay, so after giving line break here, we can easily insert another element. Okay, so now it's time for asking password to an authorized user. Okay, so here I am using input tag. Okay, so I'm also mentioning type of that field. Okay, so here password text should not be appeared to other person. That's why I am using the hidden form here. Okay, so to represent your text in a hidden format, the input type which we are going to use is called password. After that, close the section. Okay, so here input tag is not a paid tag, it is unpaid tag because it doesn't carry anything, only it is going to create the field which we are asking for. Okay, so let us look into the example now. Okay, so this is what the password field I am entering here. So in this text field we can text anything or we can enter email id, and in the password field whatever we are entering, that is in hidden form. Okay, so that's why I'm considering password as the attribute value for type. Okay, so after that I'm going to insert a button here. Okay, so for that I'm using another tag here called button. Okay, so before that, to display that button in a next line, I am going to use a tag called br here. Okay, so here I am using button tag for inserting a button in my web page. Okay, so over that button I'm going to display some text like submit. Button is also a paired tag here. That's why I'm closing the button tag now. Okay, so like this you can create a button. Let us look into the outcome now. Okay, so with the name of submit, I can able to display a button here. Okay, so in this way you can create a login form. Okay, so here in this example I was only used two attribute types for type is called text and password. For representing text or for entering text into the field, we can consider attribute value for type called text. Whenever we are going to enter password in the text field, make sure of using password attribute value for type. And for creating button, you are going to use a tag called button, or else you can use type tag with attribute value for type as submit. Okay, so in this way we can create login forms. I hope you people will understand with this example. Thank you for watching.